Hey y'all, in this video I'm going to talk about how to lose weight with cycle syncing, and I'm going to give you a few pointers that helped me in my journey with cycle syncing. Step number one is a cycle synced diet. So the premise of cycle syncing is to align your diet, your lifestyle, and your exercise with whatever phase that you are in your cycle. You have 4 phases in your cycle. You have your menstrual phase, follicular, ovulatory, and your luteal phase. In each of these 4 phases, something different happens with your hormones, which initiates a response in your body, and that affects you on an emotional level as well. So with your diet, it is very important to replenish those nutrients, those minerals and vitamins that you are losing throughout those different phases, because as your hormones initiate a change throughout each of those 4 phases, there is some mineral, some vitamin, or some nutrient that you will naturally be more deficient in because your body's going through different changes. One example of this is during your menstrual phase, a lot of women are deficient in iron, and this is because we bleed every single month, and then that will lead into a lot of women being iron deficient in their follicular phase if they do not replenish this mineral. So this can lead to problems like you feeling fatigued throughout the day. I know I struggled with that, and sometimes I still do if I'm not on top of my iron intake. Especially if you have a very heavy flow, it's very important to replenish this mineral that you are losing every single month. Now, why a cycle synced diet is also very key for losing weight is because it will keep you consistent. The whole premise of this video is consistency, and a cycle synced diet is being consistent. So for example, with the iron, with replenishing your iron, if you were not to replenish your iron during pretty much each phase that you're in, then you will feel less inclined to work out because you will feel fatigued. That will lead to you taking off more days from working out, it will lead you to be more lenient with whatever it is you're doing. And lenience is fine in some phases when you really need it, but during the phases when you can go ham, like you just need to tune into your body a little, give it what it needs, and it's ready to go like that, like your follicular and your ovulatory phase, but you don't because you are just feeling so fatigued because you don't have the minerals and the nutrients that you need, then that's a problem, sweetie, because that is not going to get you to where you want to be with your goals and with your whole progress. So cycle sync your diet, and if you are interested in this, I have videos for each of the 4 phases except the luteal that's coming out soon, and I'll link them below. I also want to add that with your cycle syncing diet, your body will tell you different things when it needs different minerals, different nutrients, and different vitamins. And this is good. This is how you learn what your body needs and how you learn to listen to your body. So for example, if your body needs iron, it tells you that it is fatigued. That is how it tells you that it needs iron. If your body maybe feels very restless at night, that is how your body tells you you need magnesium. If you feel so irritable throughout the entire day and literally the smallest thing can set you off completely, that is your body telling you that maybe you also need magnesium or some other type of hormone balancing vitamin or mineral. So listen to what your body tells you. Don't take those feelings of fatigue for granted, because that is an opportunity to learn about your body and what your body needs. I mean, honestly, you could just go to like a blood work place and get it done there to see like what vitamins or whatever you are deficient in, but you can also do it at home, just listening to your body. And I think this is a better way to do it because you are your own teacher. You are the best teacher for yourself, for your body. I'm just giving you the instruments that you need to be your own best teacher. And this is the main one, is knowing what your body tells you when it needs certain things and giving your body those things that it needs. Step 2 is a calorie deficit. This is an absolute must for weight loss. Like, everyone knows this if you have lost weight before, that you need to burn more calories than you are putting into your body. That is how you lose weight. So though there are two ways that you can approach this. You can either work out more than you usually do in an effort to burn off those calories that you're eating throughout the day, or you can eat less and not work out as much. What I have found most helpful for me is to kind of do a combo of the two. So, you know, we all have lives outside of just losing weight. I'm gonna lower this. And if there are some days where you don't have time to work out, consider eating less that day. I'm not saying that in an eating disorder way, but this is how you lose weight, this is how it works. And then if you do have the time to work out, then you can eat a little bit more and you can feel your body and you can do those workouts, and it actually makes you feel really good, right? Because we have those endorphins that release after we work out. So just find a method that works for you, but a calorie deficit is an absolute must for weight loss. Now, how to implement this into your cycle is during your follicular phase and your ovulatory phase, your metabolism is a bit slower than it is in your luteal phase and your menstrual phase. So because of this, you probably won't feel as hungry. So take advantage of this, and honestly, all you have to do is just listen to your body, because if your body is aligned with your cycle and you have been cycle syncing for a while with your diet, then it is not going to make you eat a lot. And if you are eating a lot more than usual, then that is a sign maybe that you are either dehydrated, and I'll get into that later, or you are eating from an emotional reaction and not a physical sensation, such as your stomach grumbling or you feeling very like your blood sugar is low and you know it, your body knows it. So during your follicular and ovulatory phase, I think is the easiest time to implement a calorie deficit. But then your luteal phase and your menstrual phase, your metabolism starts to increase. So during your luteal phase, a lot of women feel much hungrier, and this is completely normal. This is okay, and it's okay to eat more food even if you are losing weight. What? I know, that's crazy. But guess what? It's true. Because since your metabolism is higher, it's working harder, you are burning more calories naturally than you would in the follicular and the ovulatory phases. So your body literally burns calories. It uses those calories just by breathing. I'm burning calories now just by talking to you guys, which is insane. And your metabolism is much faster during your luteal phase. So yes, you will feel hungrier. Yes, it is okay to eat more. Why? Because your body has a higher rate that it is burning your calories at. So it's okay to eat more in your luteal phase and your period. Obviously, we need that, and that is important. That is the whole premise of this video. It's to tune into your body and what it needs during each of those 4 phases. All right, let's get on to the next step. Next up, I'm going to talk about exercise. So with cycle syncing, traditionally, if you are looking to cycle sync your exercise, lifestyle, diet, whatever, to your cycle, most women during their cycle, they will only take on one form of exercise, a different form of exercise during each cycle. So during one phase, they will take on yoga, only yoga for that phase. During the next phase, they will take on heavy weightlifting and only heavy weightlifting during that phase. And then maybe they continue doing a little bit of heavy weightlifting during the next phase, and then for the final phase, they do something completely different. So this won't work for weight loss. That is how you cycle sync, yes, but if you want to cycle sync for weight loss, there's a better approach to it. And this is how you do it. Whatever type of exercise it is that you are doing, for me, it was resistance band training combined with HIIT. That was my weight loss thing that I had going. And what I didn't do was switch it up every single phase that I was in, because it's not being consistent, and consistency is definitely key for losing weight. So what I would do instead of changing the whole exercise completely is I would change the intensity at which I was performing it at. So for example, in my menstrual phase, I would still do my resistance band. I wouldn't do HIIT, but I would do a lower intensity of HIIT. I would go on walks because HIIT is essentially just cardio. So I would just go on walks during my period, and that helped me lose weight. And for my resistance band training, I wasn't doing crazy freaking, like, no, I was laying down and I was doing my glute bridges and all of that good stuff, but I wasn't doing so many jumps and stuff because my body was just so tired. And the jumps and everything, that was for my follicular phase and my ovulatory phase, and really pushing myself hard and incorporating HIIT exercises during that phase as well. And then during my luteal phase, I still did a little bit of HIIT during the first week in my luteal phase. The second week though, the week before my period, okay, that is the lowest intensity I will probably do because I'm already feeling so stressed out with my emotions, and your hormones are just going up and down during that time. So I really just need to give my body a break. So I would still do resistance band training, and I would still do some form of cardio. Like I said, it would probably be walking or maybe even an incline walk or a hike at sunset. But I'm not going crazy as I would in my ovulatory and my follicular phase. I'm so itchy on my leg. Mosquitoes are everywhere. Anyways, so that is the other important step. It is your exercise. Remember to not switch up the form of exercise that you are doing in each phase, but instead to change the intensity at which you perform the same form of exercise at during each phase. Now this exercise form could be Pilates, it could be straight HIIT, it could be resistance band training, it could be heavy weightlifting. But remember to just lower the intensity. You could do this either by lowering the amount of sets that you do or lowering the weight that you do. But yeah, that's how you lose weight with exercise for cycle syncing. Next up, babes, guess what? Your water, okay? You have to stay hydrated throughout your entire cycle. And even if you're a man watching this, which I don't know why you would, but have water, because you need to drink water to lose weight. And especially, this is so helpful to drink water when you are hungry, because half the time you're not hungry, you're just thirsty. And if you find yourself eating, I'm sorry, I'm scratching this, guys. It hurts so bad. It doesn't hurt, it feels good to scratch it. But especially if you find yourself eating a lot more than usual, like during phases where you shouldn't be that hungry, like your follicular and your ovulatory phase, if you find yourself eating more than what is normal to you, then maybe consider drinking some water first before your meal. Yeah. It's that simple, it really is. And also during your luteal phase, it's very important to drink more water than you usually do, because you are more prone to water retention, which makes you bloat a lot more. And that can also, like, when your body retains water, that means that you are not getting properly hydrated. So that can not only lead to problems with your physical performance, but also your daily mood throughout the day. So guys, come on, just drink water. It's so easy. It's so easy, really. All right, this final step is optional, because if you are doing the other steps that I just gave you, cherry, you are going to be losing weight. As long as you're staying consistent, you are going to be losing weight. Don't you worry, sweetie. It might not be in 2 weeks, but it will definitely hit you in 3 weeks. That is when you will see it. Now, for the major T, if you want to speed up your weight loss, what you have to do is intermittent fast. Now, what is intermittent fasting? Oh, I'm so glad you guys asked. So intermittent fasting is when you are fasting for an extended amount of time every day. Now, for me, this looked like fasting for 16 hours and having an 8-hour eating window after that. So for 16 hours I would fast. This would be from 7 p.m. until 11 a.m. I'm pretty sure. And this really did wonders for my body and also for my spirit. Like, I felt so light in the mornings. The first 2 weeks, it was definitely a struggle because it was an adjustment to make, and I would feel very fatigued throughout my mornings. But after those 2 weeks, oh my gosh, I felt so amazing afterwards. Like, I just felt light in the morning and like I could take on anything. And the great thing about intermittent fasting is that your body does the work for you in your sleep. Your body is burning that fat in your sleep, because how intermittent fasting works is if your body is not getting food for energy, it will resort to your stored fat tissue for energy. And obviously, if it's doing that, you're gonna lose that fat. And like I said, your body uses your fat and your food that you intake, it uses that for things like breathing. Right now, again, I'm burning calories. Now, how you incorporate this into your cycle is during some phases, you can intermittent fast like 16 hours, maybe even 18 hours. But then other phases, you might not even want to intermittent fast at all, because it will put your body in such a mode of stress or maybe even excess fatigue. The phases I would advise lessening the amount of time in which you're fasting, or maybe not even fasting at all, is your late luteal phase, so the week right before your period and your period. This is because you are more sensitive during these times. We all know this because our hormones are going through up and downs. And because of that, I really just don't think it's necessary, on top of everything else that you're already doing to lose weight. And why put your body at risk? Why put your mind at risk when you literally don't have to because you're already losing weight and you're already intermittent fasting in the other 2 phases and half of the luteal phase, you're gonna lose weight, you know? So I would advise against it, but if it works for you, I'm not gonna stop you. Like, you know your body the best. Yeah, intermittent fasting is great for weight loss. It definitely speeds up the process. But like I said, this is optional. You don't have to do it for weight loss, but you do have to do the other things that I mentioned in the video. A calorie deficit is the most important thing for weight loss. This is not a step to include, actually it kind of is, but I just wanted to say that during this process, it is not an easy process, and weight loss is not a one method fits all. This is just something that worked for me during my weight loss progress, and also just helped me learn about my body, respect my body, love and accept it. And ultimately, I think that's what you should be looking for when you're looking for something to teach you about your body. It's not about mending your body to look a certain way for someone, or only feeling good about yourself when you look a certain way. You should feel good about yourself because you're putting this work in, not because of the result, you know? It's about the journey, not the destination, as people say. It's about the character that you build through working out, through being disciplined and committed. And it really makes you feel so great about yourself beyond just the physical appearance. Like, it makes you have more character to you, and it makes you be like, F yeah, I did that. And I don't know if I want to curse yet, like if that's my vibe. We'll see how it comes out. As I continue to repeat throughout the entire video, you are your own best teacher with everything, but especially with your body. Yes, a doctor can tell you that you have glaucoma or that you have something wrong with you, but with certain daily things and practices like your diet and your exercise and what feels good to you, what feels right to you, what works with you and your body, you are the only one that can tell yourself that. You are the one that has to tune into your body, that has to listen to it when it's trying to scream at you and tell you things. Maybe it's a headache, maybe it's your stomach grumbling, maybe it's feeling sleepy. What your body tells you, you need to honor. You need to respect that shit. And a lot of people just don't do that. They rely on other people telling them what to do with their body. And I'm not telling you what to do, I'm giving you the tools to be your own best teacher, because no one knows your body better than you do. And because of that, your body's sacred, and you better treat it like such, and you can do so by doing every single thing that I gave to you in this video. And also just giving your body the love and compassion that it's going to need throughout this journey, because it is not going to be easy like that and you're going to lose weight. It's going to take a while, and maybe you might have some setbacks where you stop working out for a week. Get back into it. It's not too late to start again, and stay freaking disciplined this time, and you'll get to where you want to be. But don't quit. Quitters don't succeed. There are people that have maybe, like I said, a week where they don't work out, but they get the fuck back up and they continue that shit again. And those are the people that reach their goals. So are you going to be that type of person, or are you going to be the type of person that wants to reach their goal and that is actually committed to it and that doesn't give two shits about whatever it is that happened a week ago that made you not want to work out? Are you going to get back into that routine and stick to it this time for real? No matter if it's a day, you get back into that routine after a day of slouching off. Okay? Because it's all about consistency. Like, it does not matter if you miss a day or two. It does matter though if you continue to make that 7 days or make that 14 days and then make that, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't even know why you're watching this video in that case. But yes, remember to I love how I switch between like egos. But remember to give yourself love and compassion throughout this journey, because it's not easy. But also hold yourself accountable and stay disciplined. Okay? I love you all, and I hope you all have an amazing rest of your day.